Hey, what's up guys? So the 2.2 beta has been released a couple of days ago, and I've been having a blast looking at all of the new features, the new fighters, and all the new mechanics. And I put together a video showcasing some of the footage I have of the fighters. The only new fighter which was added in this update is called the Taipan Independent Fighter, and which fills the gap between the F-63 Condor and the Imperial Fighter. Its comparably enormous size makes it a lot tankier, but it's also a huge target and its maneuverability isn't all that great. To make things worse, its boosting speed is barely 300 meters a second, which makes it just a little faster than Anaconda. Next up is the Imperial Fighter. As the smallest fighter, it can reach speeds up to 400 meters a second, and thanks to its flat shape it has unmatched maneuverability. However, its unique shape can also be a problem. If you ever manage to hit something with one of your wings, you will be sent into an uncontrollable spin for at least a couple of seconds. Last but not least, we have the F-63 Condor. Its design offers a great compromise between survivability and speed. It can go nearly as fast as the Imperial Fighter, and thanks to its regular design, it actually has greater roll potential. Alright, so now let's take a look at what kind of things you need to be able to launch those fighters from your ship. First of all, not every ship in the game is able to launch a fighter. There's currently only 7 ships, including the new Beluga liner, which can do that. Once you know that your ship can actually launch fighters, you can go to Outfitting to install a fighter bay. It's pretty much the same thing as a vehicle hangar bay. You have to install the module first, and then you get to choose which vehicles you want in it. The smallest available size is a size 5, which gives you exactly one fighter to launch. If you fit a class 6 or 7, it doesn't give you another fighter to launch at the same time, but it does give you more loadouts to choose from. Once you've installed the module of your choice, you now have to choose which loadout you want in a specific slot that's available to you. There's a number of different loadouts you can choose from for each fighter. It gives you the choice between fixed and gimbaled lasers, multi-cannons, and even fixed plasma repeaters. Different loadouts will also feature either chaff, heatsink launchers, or point defense modules. Currently it's not possible to create a custom loadout, but hopefully something like that will get added in a future update. Now the last thing you need is to hire your crew. While it's entirely possible to launch a fighter without having an NPC pilot, your ship will pretty much float around in space, not moving. To hire crew, you will have to go to the crew launch, which is a new button added in the station menu. Inside, you can hire different NPC pilots of different amount of skill. The better their combat rank is, the more they will cost to hire. While they are your active crew member, they will also take a cut of your profit. Currently, you can only hire pilots up to a combat rank of expert, but you can train their combat rank the same way you train yours. Now that you have a pilot as your active crew member, it's time to launch your ship. You can control the fighter with the menu located between your feet. This new menu also replaces the SRV screen. From there, you can choose a fighter and launch it controlled either by you or your NPC pilot. If you choose to pilot the fighter yourself, you will leave the ship in the hands of your NPC pilot.
Running systems check. I'll hold the fort, Commander.
Core dynamics, Charlie Romeo Echo. Federal flight control is now online. Follow sanctioned docking procedures.
While inside your ship or the fighter, you can give your crew orders. There's a couple of basic orders available, like hold position, follow me, and which targets to attack. Because you are controlling the fighter with a virtual interface and you're not actually sitting inside of it, you can switch between the ship and the fighter at any moment. Docking can also be requested from the same menu. If they still have previous orders, you will have to tell them to hold their position, or they will make docking nearly impossible for you. There are also a couple of more things you should know about those fighters. Because you never physically leave the ship, when your fighter gets destroyed, you can just print a new one and jump right back into it. Which brings me to my second point. Fighters are 3D printed inside your ship, but once they get destroyed, it actually takes a while for a new one to be printed. You can also only print 10 replacement fighters before having to go back to a station or restocking. While fighters can be deployed on a planet and can be used to attack settlements, they can't dock or interact with any other structure. Fighters also only have a max range of about 30 kilometers from your ship before the signal gets too weak and they self-destruct. Well, that's it from me on the fighters currently. I still have more footage of trying them out in combat zones, resource extraction sites, and just small skirmishes, but that's going to be in another video. As always, if you've enjoyed the video, leave a like or a comment and fly safe.